Good morning, thank you. I've prepared some remarks because I've been thinking about this for a while and wanted to make sure that I address all the things that have been running through my mind. First, I want to talk, and thank you for inviting me here today. I would first like to talk about my family of origin, just briefly. My dad, after fighting in World War II, went to college on the GI Bill. And my mom went to a 2-year college and worked to put my dad eventually through law school. When I was in elementary school, my mom became the director of financial aid at Sarah Lawrence College. She did that. She actually went to interview for a secretary position, and they asked her to wait outside, and they came back out and asked her if she would like to be director of financial aid. So she did that for 6 years, and she got her degree, her BA from Sarah Lawrence, and then she became executive director of a foundation that gave scholarships to college and graduate students. And she held that job for 30 years until she was 79 when she retired. So education and educational opportunity and community service were priorities for both my parents, who were known in the town where I grew up, New Rochelle, New York, for their leadership roles in various organizations and for encouraging volunteerism and bridging gaps between communities in service of the greater good. Due largely, I believe, to my parents' influence, I went to college and pursued a master's degree in community and regional planning, and I've spent 30 years working for regional development organizations in community leadership development and economic opportunity. 12 years ago, I joined the faculty of a college in Vermont, where for 10 days each semester, I work with master's students from across the country who are researching, designing, and implementing social, economic, and environmental innovations. I took this job for 2 reasons. The first is that I wanted to share my experience. And the second is because I wanted to stay current in my work. Because the world and the workforce is changing rapidly. And to be effective in a constantly changing environment, we have to keep pace. We have to continually educate ourselves as educators and as participants in the workforce. Research, for example, requires a whole new literacy than it did back in the dinosaur age when I was in graduate school. I'm on a committee now that is looking at research literacy and how it's changed and how the college itself can stay current and move forward with new technologies and learning. But my first and most important job, and I bet you were wondering when I was going to get to that, has always been here at home with my husband in Augusta, actively engaged in our children's education and development. Our son is a graduate of Davidson and our daughter of Westside High School. And like most parents, our home life was always focused around trying to give our children what they needed to be successful in school and in life. Tutoring, dance, sports, the Red Cross, Girl Scouts. I served on the school council at Lake Forest Hills Elementary School, and both my husband and I volunteered extensively along with our children when they were in school. The list goes on and on. Now that they're in college, my son is going to graduate, thankfully, in the spring, and my daughter's in her 2nd year. I have more time to contribute and to give back to the school system and to the community as a whole. So why am I interested in serving on the school board? Number 1, I believe that all children in Richmond County should have an opportunity to reach their potential. Number 2, I believe if our children don't prosper, Augusta won't prosper. And number 3, I feel I have skills and experience that are relevant and valuable in terms of advancing the goals of the Richmond County School District. The goals and strategies that the school system has identified, academic success, community engagement, communication, workforce readiness, and operational effectiveness, are worthy and important. And if we are truly to create a world-class school system, then we as a community, not just the school system, need to make education a priority. And I believe that we all have a responsibility to ensure that all our children have the resources that they need and are equipped with skills to be successful and to keep pace with a rapidly changing economy and a global society. Along with critical and creative thinking, information literacy and technology are key, as is the need to constantly maximize the quality of schooling, teaching, and learning. The good news is here in Augusta, we have all those things. We have the ability. Engagement and innovation don't always mean more money. We have universities and industry who can play an important role in developing innovative learning strategies, educational technologies, and instructional practices. We can support teachers in new ways, for example, by leveraging online resources and learning opportunities. As we speak, teachers across Georgia and across the country are uploading their lessons and collaborating with one another around their use. I read recently that in California, teachers enrolled in a technology integration leadership program made more than 50 lessons available online. In addition to free resources, grants are also available to support school effectiveness, and grant writing is something that I have done for many years. This year, Atlanta Public Schools are piloting an innovative initiative, partially funded by $390,000 from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, that will gather data, review teacher performance, and identify teacher coaching needs. I could go on, but I'm going to stop here. In closing, I want to emphasize that there is a lot of work to be done if we are to create a world-class educational system and future for our children that provides them access to limitless opportunities. Doing that work is what is going to make our children thrive and is what is going to make Augusta thrive. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, you ready?